So, guys, the other thing that problem that you will encounter when you're in that phase of taking care of the elderly is there are going to be days where it's going to be hard, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, when you kind of don't know what to do, and they've hurt themselves, and you have to take them to hospital, and the situation is awful. When you go through all that, if you have siblings or other family members that could have, shared the whole madness going around that in that situation, you will get mad at them. You will be angry at them because you would think it's unfair on you, and why you taking all the burden and all that, and why they're not giving a little more of their time or money or whatever. And this is a wrong place to be. I tell you, it's the wrong place to be, because it's going to drive you mad, and it's going to take your focus off, the situation that you're in, and you're not going to give it enough of your attention and energy, and it's going to be done, in a wrong way. So you have to get rid of that. And what's the best way to get rid of that is to think, after all in life, okay, sometimes things happened where the closest person is the one who's going to take care of the parent. And this could be in any situation. It doesn't have to be a narcissistic parent. It can be just an elderly parent. Okay? So the ones that are far away, it's not going to be easy for them, So if your life, you've made your choices to be closer to that, because I made the choice from the beginning to be closer to my mother, to keep an eye on her, because I had the impression already then that I would be the one taking care of her. Okay? I had the feeling, because I know myself, and I know that even if I was on the other side of the world, I would move to come and take care of my mother, or to take her to where I am. So I took decisions in life that brought me closer and closer to it. So getting into that trip, it's obvious that I've had the opportunity to live in houses that were going to be mine one day. I had the opportunity to fix places that were going to be mine one day. Plant trees, grow trees, take care of the garden, or things like that, that got me closer, to sentimentally, to the assets that we're going to inherit one day. And the narcissist being the person that plays a lot with all the assets and the money, we know that thing, that trick of them. Hearing all that, I wanted to save all that, hearing all that from my mother. I wanted to do my best to keep an eye on what's happening, in case she's gonna give something to somebody else, and in case we would lose on what we were due to have one day. So all this situation brought me to a place where I had no choice, really. Okay, I had no choice. I had no choice to say. It was not a choice to say, fuck, I don't care. I'm taking my husband, my kids, we leaving, taking a plane and leaving to another country, and whatever happens, happens. So, if you've decided that you're going to take care of the parent, take full responsibility. It's going to be so much easier. Just take full responsibility. I have decided to take care of them, and it's my decision, and I'm not expecting anything from anyone else. And this is one thing that is going to make it much easier, because if you spend your time fighting with your sister and brother and aunt or whatever, about this. It's happened. It happens for many years. It never ends. And at the end of the day, you're not even going to be able to communicate. You know, just put. It's easier to accept your choice. Take it, embrace your choice. Do what you have to do, you know, and with your head up. So, that is a very important part that I went through. I went through anger. And not expressed as I would have wanted to express it. The anger, I was keeping it inside, you know, and it was... what it made me feel like the victim again. And that's not good. Made me feel like the victim and like, poor me, you know, and being used. I felt used and taken advantage of. And those are not good feelings. We're not victims, okay? We're doing what we're doing, full responsibility. We're taking our full responsibility for what we're doing, for the choices we make in our lives, for wanting to change our inheritance from these people. You know, all the crooked things we've learned. And this is what makes us stronger. So I want to get to the point also to where this is going to sound weird, what I'm going to say, but I feel it totally. Going through this experience, okay, however hard moments there are, you get the opportunity to clear that atmosphere, that evilness between your narcissistic parent and you. That bad feeling, that bad vibe, that bad atmosphere, you know. Because with a narcissistic parent, I know quite a few people with narcissistic parents, they died and the child had only begun to learn what is narcissist. So there's a lot of issues there that are not resolved, you know. If you had the chance to do the work before they die, I think it makes it easier for you to heal, to say that you are healed, or that one day, because it takes a long time and it's a long process. Okay, so if you start doing the work and you manage to get to the point where there is no hate anymore, there is no anger, you can feel sorry for them. It's okay to feel sorry for them. It doesn't make you, once you've passed all that, okay, once you've hated them, once you've blamed them, once you've done all that, you get to the point where there is no hate, there is no anger, there is no reason, you feel that there is no reason to argue and fight and try and explain anymore. You've totally accepted that they're a dysfunctional person. You understand how they became like this, and you move on, free, because all the question marks that my sister or every person in the situation of my sister who is not going through that like I am, these are gonna be like luggages, you know, suitcases on her back, and this I am afraid of. But you can't force the other person or change their lives, or is the situation. I think I'm lucky that I can be living 100 meters from her, not having her bother me, not having her remember how to dial my number 30 times a day like before. No, not 30, but 6-7 times a day like before. And I can go there and take care of her without wanting to kill her, you know? or without holding a grudge for what she did to me all these years. Yes, sometimes. I mean, the day that I was washing her ass, you know, because she did on herself, I was like, fuck, I don't believe it. The irony, you know, being treated like shit, you know, from this woman all my life. And now I'm cleaning her shit, you know, the irony. And I shouldn't be going, I had a moment of, I shouldn't be going through that. And then I thought, no, you're going through that because you chose to go through that, because you want a better life for that old person that was mean to you, you know. You want a better death. And you don't want to send them and lock them up in a psychiatric clinic or whatever, you know, and forget about her. And you don't want, you know, that you're not going to be able to go into that clinic every time to visit her and have her look at you, you know, and say, where did you bring me? You know, what did I do to deserve that? Because you can't explain to her what she did to deserve that, because this is what they really deserve. The truth is. But, you know, it's what's easier for you. So, psychologically is the most important. This is where we find. Somatically, we can handle a lot. We're strong. Psychologically, we've handled so much that there is not much space, you know, for that. So, it's what your soul feels that is easier. This you have to do. Okay. And yeah, so we wait now. The situation is under control and we see where it takes us. We're just gonna take one step at a time, you know. Monday is good, Friday might be awful. You know, it changes, and it's okay like that. Thank you. Bye bye, guys.